friends, I'm back today, and yes, I still don't have a backdrop. I am super sorry about it, but we are going to be having another garage sale weekend because I have so much shit it's not funny. But the brand that I'm talking about today is one that I have long loved, and the brand that I'm speaking of is Beautè bars. So I have two things from them I'm going to be sharing today. And the first is the Oracle Chrome Highlight Palette. When I saw the packaging for this, I knew I wanted to get it immediately. I was like, I don't even care. It's beautiful. I have to have it. It is $59. It is cruelty free, and this is the packaging. It is simply stunning. When you open it up, this is the color story. And I am telling you what, when I saw the video of the swatches of this, I was just immediately in love with it. If I still have the video somewhere, I will post it, so like on the side so you can see it. But you'll see my swatches soon anyway. However, I think that theirs are probably better. They did it in low light, and it was just like, oh, everything heavenly. Now, I did use every single one of these as a highlight, even this one, which is pretty deep for my skin, and I just tried to make it work. Now, I'm not saying it looked perfect or anything like that, but I had a good time, and that's what makeup is all about. So you can see a little bit of the shifts here. I feel like you can probably see them a little bit better in the mirror. But there's definitely a lot of different shades in here, and I cannot wait to show you swatches of this. Personally, I think this was really worth it, and I've been using the shit out of it. So, the next thing that I got is the Poison Garden Volume 2 palette, and I was absolutely obsessed with the first one. Like, the first one probably is my favorite palette from last year, and this I really enjoyed as well. Now, neither one of these items were sent to me. I am affiliated with the brand, so if you do want to save money on either one of these items, the code is Jaclyntriesit, all one word. If it makes you uncomfortable, just forget that I've said that. But if you do want to save some money, I mean, it's kind of a nice way to do it. Now, this palette is also cruelty free, and it was $59. This is the packaging. It's not my favorite, not my least favorite, but it is an actual place, which I think is really cool. I think I might like this packaging maybe even better than the first variation of it. Then when you open up the palette, this is the inside, and it is absolutely stunning. It's a really happy mix of shades that really can transcend spring to summer to fall. I mean, you could definitely use it in Christmas too, for sure, but I feel like these are the wheelhouse for those seasons specifically, and I'm one of those people that I kind of like different palettes for different seasons. I'm weird like that. Now, I will say, out of every shade that I used, I think they all worked really well. There was only one shade that kind of gave me a hard time, and it was this shade right here. I used it a few times. It was better the first time. The second time, it was really hard to build up, so I'm not sure if it was just something that I was doing or not, but usually I have no problem with any kind of their mattes or metallics or multi-chromes or duochromes, so I don't know if it was just a fluke, but I did want to let you guys know that everything else that I used worked great. So I kind of think maybe it was just a user error because that happens a lot. But I think that this color story is beautiful. This shade right here, oh my gosh, I'm just in love with it. I have it all over my lid right now, along with this shade, and then I mixed these two, which you'll get your hair about that in a minute. But in any case, I really love how this look turned out. I feel like the quality here is really good, and I do feel that they do a nice job when it comes to shipping and packaging and all of that kind of stuff. The customer service is fantastic. So with all of that being said, I'm going to do some swatches of both of these for you guys. I'm going to do a few different eye looks, and then I'll be back at the very end with my final thoughts. did today was I took the Oracle highlight palette and I used the shade The Sun and I put it up in my brow arch and my inner eye. Then I went back over to the Poison Garden 2 palette and I used, okay, well before that I used this eye base. It's the Lick Life Gel Base and this is from Death and Candy Custom Creations, which I have been obsessed with as of late. Then I put down, and I did this in backwards order of how I normally do it, but I used the shade Water Hemlock and I put it all over my eye. And then I took the shade Mountain Laurel and I kind of did the same, but mostly I tried to concentrate it on the outside and then I did bring it in a little bit and I kind of patted it on my eye as well. Then I took the shade Daffodil and I worked it into my crease and buffed it out. And then I put it underneath. Everything I did to the eyelid, I did on the bottom as well. Then I took the shade Bloodroot and I really concentrated it in that crease area, just slightly above where the shimmery shades were. Finally, I ended with the shade Foxglove and Bitterweed, and I kind of combined those together and I put it in my outer V area. Okay, so here's what I did. I took the shade The Lovers from the Oracle palette, and this is the highlight palette, and I put that just in my brow highlight area, my inner eye, and then when I was completely done with everything, I put it onto the middle of my lid. Then from the Poison Garden 2 palette, I used the shade, Stinging Nettles, kind of just all over my crease and then up towards the brow area and underneath, kind of smoked it out. I took the shade Naked Lady and I put it just slightly underneath that and then on the bottom. And then I put the shade Bleeding Heart just kind of right underneath directly in my crease. I mixed it with the shade Devil's Helmet and I put it into my outer V. Then I took the shade Larkspur and I put it all over my lid and on my lash line. And then I took the shade Wisteria and I put a little bit on my inner and outer eye. All right, you guys, I am back and I want to give you my final thoughts on both of these items. Let's start with the Poison Garden 2 palette. This is from Bella Beautè Bar. It was $59 and it is cruelty-free. This is the packaging. Admittedly, it's not my favorite packaging. It's not my least favorite packaging, but it is a real place and I think that's really interesting. Then when you open it up, this is the color story and I am just in love with it. Like, I don't even want to look at you. I want to look at this palette. I'm sorry. I'm just rude like that. And these colors are gorgeous. Like, they're super impactful. The mattes are really easy to work with. The only one I had kind of a hard time with was this shade down here. However, that might have been user error as opposed to actual color issues. The only thing I would say as a critique, now that I'm thinking about it, would be that I wish that there was a little bit more depth to the palette. Definitely, because I don't feel like these get super, super deep on your eye. I do think they're well pigmented, but just for people with deeper toned skin, I think having the inclusion of a few deeper tones would have made this perfect. It is still right on up there for me personally. The color story transcends spring to fall for me. I think you could definitely use it during winter as well, especially with some of these tones down here. But for me, I'm really strange about seasonal palettes, if you will, and I'm in love with this. They did a beautiful job with the formulations, and I have really enjoyed using it. I also have the Oracle Chrome Highlight Palette, and this is the packaging, which I am obsessed with. I love it. I think they did a great job. It is cruelty-free. It was $59, and I love it. So once you get it, this is the inside, and I am telling you what, this shade up here, the sun, I'm obsessed with it. Like, I don't kind of like it. Actually, I really like the moon, too. I really like the top row. The top row is my favorite. The bottom ones I've seen done a lot of times, and I've seen some of these done, too, but the top row, oh my gosh, I'm telling you what, I'm sure you guys have seen swatches, you've probably seen videos on their page. It was not a letdown. They did a great job. The formula is really nice, and I have to say, I think it works really well. And you can use it for a bunch of different things. You don't have to use it just for highlight. You can use it as an eyeshadow topper. You can use it as an eyeliner, and I think you're still gonna really, really like it. You can put it on your lips. Now, technically, I haven't read that it's lip safe, so you may want to look into that first, but I know a lot of people have used this type of thing for lip toppers. So I'm just saying, probably nothing is good to go on your mouth or on your face or anywhere in general, but makeup, you know? So in any case, I have to say that I'm really happy with both of these purchases. I think that Bella Beautè Bar does a great job. I did not get sent either one of these items, so as normal, it wouldn't matter if I had been or not. I will always give you my honest opinion. I am affiliated with this brand, so if you do want to pick these items up and save a little bit of money and help out your girl, the code is Jaclyntriesit, all one word. But if they make you uncomfortable, just forget that I have said that at all. In any case, I really hope that this review was helpful to you guys. If it was, I would love to have you here as a subscriber, and I hope that everybody is staying safe and healthy, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!